I want to be a cowboy, baby. He's back. Let's go.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
It's lunchtime. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Clydesdale. So awesome to be with you today. We got the cowboy back for an episode today, and man, I needed it. I've got a project going on at work where I'm learning as I'm doing as I'm learning.
It be like that sometime.
And, those are the fun ones, man. At least the day goes by fast, but man, trying to keep up with everything going on in the world of CrossFit and sports, man. Today was not my day for that.
Understandable.
So we got Trent Olive in the house. We've got Meredith in the house. Meredith, I think she's working out, right? She comes in, works out, listens to us. Do you work out the podcasts?
No, I do not. I am our CrossFit versus unofficial official DJ. I create all the playlists that we listen to while we're working out. No,
I know Dan Church listens to us when he's working out.
God bless him.
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I'll call my mom and she'll be watching our show, and I'm like, you got to shut it off. I can't hear myself.
Yeah, I know that would be
background. Just can't.
That would be weird. Every time we end up on Jenny's show for whatever reason, and which 90% of the time is because you said something cool and I just happen to be there, I'm sitting there hoping I don't say something on the clip for the same reason. Like, I don't want to hear myself
talk. Vicky, I lift a podcast, Metcon to music. Now I could probably do the opposite. Like, if I'm lifting, it's got to be like hard, heavy, thrash, whatever. Either hip hop, rock, whatever, but it's got to be like thumping when I'm lifting. When I'm Metconning, I just don't want to hear my own breath. Whatever block
it needs to be loud. It just needs to be loud at that point.
Yeah. Now we got Joseph Ramirez in the house, Mark Phillips, Vicky, of course, is here, Mark, and Kenneth DeLapp. I got the weirdest DM yesterday.
Oh,
from Pedro, Coffee Pods and Wads. He's like, hey, do you know Kenneth DeLapp? I said, everybody in this space knows Kenneth DeLapp.
You can't.
He doesn't have an Instagram. And I said, oh, he goes, he won something on my show. Can you get in contact with him? And I was like, I sure can. A couple of years ago, Kenneth helped me out with some stuff. I have his number. So I was able to send him a code, and he got the winning prize from Coffee Pods and Wads.
Yes, indeed. Well, good. Congratulations, Kenneth. I was trying to win. He was giving away open registrations, I want to say. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mark Phillips, I need 80s or 90s long hair dude screaming in my ear during workouts. Yeah, I'm a 90s. Like, I grew up in the 80s, high school 80s, college 90s, bouncing in the clubs 90s. 90s is really my, that's my default. Then I'll move around to some other stuff, but.
I've been CrossFit. This is my 8th open, 9 years almost total, or right at, anyway. I think that's right. Anyway, and we've been listening to the same music the entire time. It's from like 2000 to 2012, 13-ish. I add new stuff when I find new stuff that's worth adding. Like, if it moves me, if it makes me want to get up and do stuff and whatnot, cool, I'll add it. I got playlists specifically for that. But other than that, dude, I'm not, like, we stick to what works.
Trent Olive, I can't I can work out to music, podcast, Kill Taylor, silence. I'm just sick. The craziest experience I ever had was when I was judging Saxon for the COVID Rogue Invitational. And they weren't allowed to have music on during the broadcast. Yeah. And so I had an earpiece in so the head judge could yell at me or tell me things as I was judging. But all I could hear was Saxon breathing. It was the most bizarre experience I've ever had at a competition.
I can do no music, but I would much prefer to not do no music.
Jonathan, I listen to emo and Rob just to get in my feel, sad and cry, lift real good.
That's hilarious.
Other things make me cry during my workout. I don't need the music to contribute. Meredith, I work out at 5 a.m. Pacific time, early bird here. Shanna, when I was training for the marathon C2 bike, I listened to podcasts. There you go.
The only time I can listen to not music is if I'm like out in the world riding my bike. It's usually first thing in the morning, and I'll listen to the morning radio show that I normally listen to then. And even then, like there's only so long I can take of that. Like I need something to help me keep cadence, something to help me kind of like push me along. Like I can only listen to people, and that has commercials, which really does not help because like I am not trying to buy a Subaru while I'm on my bike. It's just not happening.
Yeah. When I used to run races, like I would have a different playlist for running as opposed to working out. It really had to be different. It had to be like a pace thing. Kenneth says that was a fun text exchange. You won something, man. Dude. First time watching live. Well, welcome, Richard. Jenny, 80s, 90s country is where it's at. See, that's where I can't get on board. I know in the state of Texas, that's a thing. And actually, the Panchik brothers were all country all the time. That's tough for me. That's like
it depends on what it is.
Music. I like certain artists, but I cannot dive into the full genre.
It depends on what it is. Like if it's like outlaw country type stuff where it's driving and there's actual like guitars and good, but like I'm not listening to, Faith Hill sing some ballad or some shit like that. Like we're not doing that.
Joseph Ramirez, Nickelback on full blast. So he's going full Canadian. I think he's joking. I hope he's joking.
You and I have had this conversation before, but like I don't understand the Nickelback hate. I will never understand Nickelback hate because all they sing about is strippers, doing drugs, getting drunk, and fighting people. Like that's their four main categories of song. Having sex. I guess you could throw 5 in there. That's it. And it's all, well, I say it's all, the vast majority of it is loud and big fan, dude.
Here's my thing with Nickelback. It's very repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm okay if it shows up on like a radio station and it's a change up to what I'm listening to, but I cannot listen to straight Nickelback. It's too much. It's too much.
We would have Nickelback Tuesdays when Bernard would coach Tuesday night and Kid Rock Thursday night. Thursday night 5:30 class at CrossFit Virtus. 9 times out of 10, if Bernard's coaching, it is Nickelback or it's Kid Rock Thursday.
Now Kid Rock, I'm all into.
We'll see on Spotify.
Cowboy.
Yeah. On Spotify, if you just put on like Kid Rock radio, it's not just Kid Rock, obviously. Yeah. It's Kid Rock heavy, but like it just plays a lot of stuff that's in that same kind of area, and it works fantastically.
Trish listens to Gordon Lightfoot. Hey, that's a special workout when you're listening to Gordon Lightfoot. Special workout. Chattanooga, my music dropped mid NorCal qualifier on the 35-minute cap row box jump toe bar one. That was a grind to continue with just my breathing and the rower fan. Oh, that is terrible.
Mm-mm.
Then Jenny, I grew up in Cali. I was country when country wasn't cool.
That's a fantastic song, FYI.
Jonathan, ooh, country fitness. Jenny, I'm all over the place. Dude, Nickelback on Full Blast is on point. Ramirez. Okay. I didn't mean to get into all this talk, but cool. And then on a different subject, unrelated, but I binged the first season of The Pitt because you talk about it. Great show. First season of The Pitt is awesome. They are 2 episodes into season 2. You can tell it's just kind of ramping up. They're setting up the stories for the total like mass chaos breakdown, but we're not quite there yet.
No, my wife watched the first season and then watched like the second half of the first season again, leading up to the new one that just came out. So because I am not a fan of hour-long medical procedural dramas. However, that doesn't mean I haven't watched them. So there's that.
What I love about it is it truly is an hour. Like,
yeah,
an hour in the show is an hour. Like it is like the show 24, basically.
I will say this. It did have good moments where like it made you feel stuff. Because in the first season, when that dude punched the nurse outside, like knocked her out, blooded, like I wanted to fight that dude. Like I was ready to get up off the couch. That was a fantastic moment in the show. By fantastic, I mean not fantastic, but fantastic. So that kind of stuff.
Kenneth asks, is it a one shot or do they have cuts? They have cuts because
they have cuts, but it is a continuous hour.
Jody's done with The Pitt. She's moving on. Noah Wiley is just boring. Well, here's my dilemma. Like my favorite show right now is Landman, and it ended for the season. So now I've got nothing.
We're getting caught up. We're getting caught up on Landman. I say getting caught up. We're on the 3rd episode of the first season. So I knew it was good, right? But like shit just gets in the way, dude. Like so finally I told Jennifer over the weekend, I was like, okay, we're watching this. And so like last night, she said, you want to watch episode 3? And I said, I'm going to bed. I got to get up and coach in the morning. Like I said, you can watch it if you want to. I'll catch up. Ain't a big deal. I'll watch it whenever I get home. But and I don't know if she did or not. She came crawling to bed not long after I was in there, so I don't think she did.
Yeah, I think I'm going to rewatch season 2. It was so good. Season 2, I think, was better than season 1. And the last couple episodes are just out of this world good. Surprises, really good.
Billy Bob Thornton is ridiculously good. Like it's stupid.
Wayne Short, Landman season 2 is great, and it convinced me to pursue physical therapy for my shoulder. If you've not seen Landman 2, the character that Sam Elliott plays is introduced, and it's the father of Billy Bob Thornton. And he needs therapy because he's old and he can't move really well. So Billy Bob goes to the local strip club and hires one of the dancers because they do stretches and stuff to come over to the house and stretch out Sam Elliott. She takes him into the pool and does aqua therapy. And it is so funny. Some of the lines that come out of that. I can't even phenomenal. Trish says, Landman is just Hallmark for men. So be it. I like it. Reads recommend Lioness.
No Reads. Judy and Doug.
Oh, I like Lioness too. It's by the same writer that does Landman. But if you have to be prepped for like a really big drama, lots of emotion and action. It's It's great. It's great. I have to use subtitles for Sam Elliott. My mom would like to use Braille with Sam Elliott, is what she tells me. Yeah, Hexy Lover. Yeah, I am. I've already seen all of the Lionesses. I'm a big fan. So let's talk a little bit of CrossFit today, while we're on this route. I don't know what to start with. I'm going to start with this one. So invites have gone out from different masters qualifiers in person, and people are actually getting wildcard invites. So this was out on Steph Waugh's Instagram page. If you don't know who Steph Waugh is, she's a former Masters Games champion, and then she popped for steroids about 4.5 years ago.
I do remember that.
So she is now eligible to compete again in the CrossFit season as that ban has been lifted. But she gets a wild card to LATAM to compete at the LATAM Masters in-person qualifier. Okay.
Can we pause right quick? Like,
okay.
She popped. She's now clean, and the first invite she gets is from Latin America.
Correct.
Can we just talk about the irony of that for a second?
Yeah, like this should just be a poster that goes up on the. Yeah.
Sorry, continue. I didn't want to lose that thought.
Just a few minutes ago, she gets an automatic bid to the Legends in person. Whoops. She gets an automatic bid to the Legends for their competition in Del Mar. And so I know that you get a 4-year ban for PED use, and then you can compete again. But my question is, should that enable you to get automatic bids to competitions that, like, last year's games athletes aren't even getting?
That is a wild scenario. So I would think, in my rational common sense brain that I try to use on a regular basis, that if you're getting an invite where you don't actually have to do a qualifier, you don't actually have to do anything else other than get invited to come, it's because you have a history that you've been doing stuff. And I'm sorry, but if you've been on a 4-year ban, what have you done? I know Jenny's saying she won NorCal last year, but okay.
I'm assuming that NorCal in their community division was not a sanctioned event. Right. And you can do whatever you want there. I've seen her compete at other places as well. She's allowed to compete as long as it's not a CrossFit sanctioned event. It's up to the event organizer. And I get it. I get it that she did her time. She is now able to compete. I'm okay with that. But to get an automatic bid, Shanna Bunce in our chat is a former games champion. She get an automatic bid to either of these places? I'd love for her to comment in the chat.
Oh, and she's in the chat. She just,
I know.
And she seemed less than enthused about this news.
Well, my question is, did she get an invite? Because for someone to come off a ban and not compete at a sanctioned event, and now you get automatic bids to 2 of the 4 in-person Masters qualifiers.
That is a bold choice.
I did not get any invite. Don't you find that peculiar?
That's way beyond
at the minimum peculiar.
Yeah.
Anything she accomplished during the ban should not count. Correct. I'm missing all these things. Anything come through?
Yeah. They popping up.
Vicky, that is 100% BS. Way worse than Mayhem using the rogue leaderboard, inviting people early. Way worse, in my opinion. Way worse.
I would agree. I would agree to
Again,
that.
if she goes through the qualifier and she is not banned anymore and she qualifies for a position in the event, then she earned it. But how do you earn it being off for 5 years? And even like the few years before that, you're using, and does any of that count?
Why not let her do the open in quarterfinals like the rest of us do that have to try to fight our way to a live in-person competition and then see what happens instead of just going, oh, you just got off band? Cool. Come work out with it. Come. We're going to invite you to 2 separate ones.
Ricky Garrard had to work and earn his way back in. This is BS. Yeah, and the people let Ricky know that they weren't happy about him coming back to the games. Now, we all love Ricky now, right? Because he has kind of earned our respect back and going through the process and all of those things. But when he first came back, there was a lot of vitriol about him coming back and that people didn't want him here.
It was a huge deal.
Yeah, and for this just to be like swept under the rug and we're going to just let you come without even going through a qualifier. And I've literally I've had games athletes contact me in the last 24 hours calling BS on this, who qualified for the games last year, and they're not even getting this treatment.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense. I don't know a better way to put it.
Trish says, of course, masters are enhanced. Why do we act like this is surprising every time? I'm not acting surprised that she popped. I'm acting surprised that she does not have to go through the process of anybody else to get into these events. She was at Legends in December, and she ended up winning Legends this winter. And I'm assuming that that's why she got the automatic bid to their event for the qualifier. But LATAM doesn't have anything to do with that, does it? I don't.
They have been, I don't want to say in cahoots, associated with each other before. That's been a thing.
What kind of message does this send to all the drug users? Kenneth says, great use of vitriol. Yeah. Thank you. It was on my word of the day calendar.
I just happened to get up and see it this morning.
Shanna, I have fought tooth and nail to qualify and work my ass off drug-free, and a drug user gets this kind of treatment.
I think that's the biggest thing. I really do. Like those of us, Shanna, who's made it, me, who's trying to make it, you know, I wish somebody would test me or even accuse me of being on drugs at some point. You fight, you work, you fight, you work, you fight, you work. Somebody gets popped, spends 4 years off, not being able to compete officially, you know, doing whatever local media or whatever kind of comps you want to go to. And then as soon as they get done, oh, come on back. It's bananas, dude. That is absolutely bananas.
It's the message it sends. It sure as hell is. Kate McGee is qualifiers is going to be a bloodbath, limited to top 15. In-person options are super flawed, but I'm always just grateful for the opportunities, no matter how imperfect. And that's what I've been telling games athletes. Like, yeah, this really sucks. And this sends a really bad message. But you can't control this. And there are opportunities this year that were not there for Masters athletes in years previous. So be the best you can be, do the best you can, and hopefully you can qualify. And just because you got the invite doesn't mean she's qualifying for the games, but it takes out a step of the process that she doesn't have to go through.
And I think that's the point that's frustrating. is that what did she do to deserve that aside from win Legends in December? And they told us, they did tell us when we got there, like if you got on the podium, you were probably going to get an invite. Like, Jesus Christ, Joe had mentioned that. So, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. You can invite whoever the hell you want, just like Mayhem can invite whoever the hell they want and whatnot. I think the problem is that this chick just got off a ban. Oh, she was fourth at Legends.
Shanna says, I have lost a lot of respect for Legends allowing a banned athlete to compete. Well, let's be clear. I believe she tested positive after the games. So her sanction probably was up August, September.
Somewhere in that area, more than likely.
And so she probably was not technically banned at the time Legends was live. So
you can get into the weeds a whole lot with that, because if that's the case, then they let her qualify because the qualifiers was in May.
So Lito's still waiting for her invite. Wayne, do banned athletes continue to be randomly tested during their ban? I think that it's a possibility. I don't think that they really do much testing in the Masters division unless it's 35 to 39. Because I know Carolyn has been tested. I know J.R. Howe's been tested. But I think they won open events in their divisions. But I don't it doesn't happen very often. So she has probably not been tested during that time. I've not seen her name show up on any lists.
Right. And yeah, Shanna's got a point. Like, this cost. No. I mean, especially with the number of master athletes that usually end up getting caught every single year. Just the cost that it would cost to like keep testing them over the entire 4-year period is probably super prohibitive.
Jonathan, they don't get taken off the list. Ricky got tested during his ban. I think that was so public that CrossFit wanted to show or send a message that testing would continue. He got tested a couple times during his ban. It actually ramped up more towards the end of his ban as he was going to be coming off. Imagine Phil Toon getting an invite. There you go. There you go.
Oh, solid. Solid.
All right. So the next thing I have up is this. WFP has announced who has signed their contracts with the WFP for the upcoming season. And it is this list here. Chandler Smith, Sydney Michalician, Andreas Selberg, Oda Lundevkum, Guy Mijeros, Roman Krennikov, Lydia Fish, Travis Mayer, Yella Hosta, and Emma Tall have all signed their contracts for the upcoming season. This was in a press release that was released yesterday. I don't know what the time frames are on the athletes signing the contracts. I just find it interesting. I find it interesting that this was released yesterday. I think I would want a more complete list as we know more, because now it's going to lead to speculation on some things. Tradnai says it was a 10-day window, and Farlow and Rolf have also signed since this, I guess. I cannot confirm. I don't know who Tradnai is. But if that's true, Rolf and Farlow have signed as well. But but that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
10.
7, 8, 9, 10 or 12 athletes have signed. And it's going to be interesting to see who follows once this window is open for a little bit more time. We talked on the Monday night show that the pot of money available is pretty damn good and pretty damn big. And for a lot of athletes, that it's their best opportunity to get that kind of money. And so this list of athletes are the athletes I would guess would be in the hunt for that money. And I'm anxious though to see some of the higher end athletes. We haven't seen them quite yet. And it's going to be anxious. It surprises me we don't see Laura here yet. But again, she has a 10-day window.
And because she's not on there now, or until she signs, like now, the people that are doing what we do are going to be speculating. Oh, is she coming back to do the games? Is she not? She hasn't signed for WFP. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think, Kenneth, because our chat is very Colton heavy. Will Colton sign? I mean, he worked hard to get that contract and get that pro card. I'm guessing he will sign. But again, by announcing it early like this, it leaves it open for some speculation. I wish they would have just done the full 10-day window and then announced who was signed.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, okay, we got these 10 people, cool, but they're still however many days they got left in their window whenever it opened and whenever it closed. Like, why not just wait to 10 days? Like, why are you manufacturing news just to have something to say when it's not the whole list?
Yeah. Seems they would need to backfill those contracts not signed before the 18th of February qualifier. Well, if you remember, Wayne, in Tour Stop 1, everybody who went to Copenhagen, which would be your top 30 athletes and points, they get an automatic bid to the first Tour Stop. So that gives them some leeway because none of those athletes have to do the first qualifier.
That's wild.
So they would for those 30 of the backfill, they would have plenty of time before the first Tour Stop to get them signed. But Howie, I did not see that. I'm sorry. I've been on a work project that has kept me from keeping up with everything in the space. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to go bring my daughter to the orthodontist this morning, so I ain't been paying too much attention to anything that was going on until now.
Yeah,
more than anything else.
The other thing I wanted to quickly mention is Rogue announced their Challenger season results. So for the men, first place was Andrew Guerra, Gray, and Andre Gannon. They took first, second, and third. On the female side, Taylor Williamson wins again. Carolyn Prevost, our very own, took second. And Gabby McClellan, who, man, I thought she was going to be a superstar a couple years ago after her performance at Syndicate or Mac. I can't remember which one. She came out of nowhere. She was in the top 5 after day 2. And then we haven't seen her much since. But the prizes this year were first place got $15,000 and a custom Rogue barbell. Second got $10,000 and a custom Rogue barbell. Third got $5,000 and a custom Rogue barbell.
Nice.
And I asked Carolyn, I said, how many custom Rogue barbells does any girl need? She has so many from different competitions. She just got one from the Service Cup. She's gotten one from these events in the past. She is killing it killing it with the Rogue barbells for sure.
Enough of them to have her own display case.
PC says Gabby suffered a devastating knee injury and also has been busy with her military service.
Oh,
yeah, she's a member of the Space Force. But cool that she won $5,000.
Shit, yeah.
And a Rogue barbell. That's pretty freaking awesome.
I'd be fantastic with just the Rogue barbell, if I'm being completely honest here.
Ken Walter says she puts them on eBay. I actually was joking with her that she could build a fence in her backyard with all the barbells and have this really cool, like,
just made out of barbells. That's outstanding.
Yeah. She literally has some in California, some at her gym, some at her apartment. Like, she has them scattered all over.
Scott, you never know when you're going to need a barbell.
I know. Hey, I get it. I get it. You never know when the opportunity to overhead squat just comes upon you and you just need to do it.
And it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it any day of the week.
Yeah.
If
and
I had
then
a barbell in here,
barbell in each hand,
then you could end up on some Russian Instagram reel doing some crazy shit like that.
Or it's like 2-ball wall balling. Have you seen that? Trying to take.
God. Yes. Thank you, Travis Mayer, for deciding that the world needed to see that.
The one thing that I do not want to happen in my life is for balls to hit me in the face.
Especially not two giant ones.
Correct. Correct. So I would avoid things that would create that from happening.
Travis is built different.
Just saying.
Travis is built different. Just throwing that out there. Oh. One of our email company
that's
athletes.
What she said. Trish says our goals are so different. Yeah.
She's not wrong.
They were not 2 20-pounders. They were 2 14-pounders. He did say he was trying this with he was trying this with 14-pounders at this point. 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
If you got 2, you got 1. If you only got 1, you really ain't got none.
Trad Nice says Ackerman and Muir have signed now too.
Jason Ackerman?
Why do Nate Ackerman, dude? Nate Ackerman. Why release it then? Why release it early and then have them trickle in some more? Just
finish the list. This is who signed in the first window.
I didn't even know the window was open. Like, if you just kept it to yourself and then told me all the people, I'd know that I wouldn't even know there was an issue. Oh, well.
This is who signed up. The window is now closed. You don't even mention the people that didn't sign up because they're not important at that point. This is how many we have. We are now backfilling from there going forward. It's really what we're going to do.
Andrew Sten says, I've got AC/DC in my head now. We've got the biggest balls of them all. My balls are always bouncing from the left to the right.
I remember the first time I ever heard that song, I was the bus driver on the way to school had on like the classic rock station, and it just happened to come on. And I was like, what am I listening to right now? What is happening?
Yeah. I actually have that on vinyl.
That's unsurprising. It does not surprise me. I need to add to my vinyl collection, man. My wife got me a record player for Christmas 2 years ago, and I need more records.
Yeah, that is something my wife would never say to me, is make your vinyl collection bigger, because it's already taking up half of our dining room.
I mean, It's just half, Scott.
Treadnight says they can't have a campaign for clicks. I'm okay with the campaign. When they were releasing the Instagrams at one at a time, like I was like, cool, Sydney signed. Cool, Chandler signed. But when you do a press release and say these 10 have signed, that's where I just think it was like a little premature. Especially less than a day later, now we're getting more trickled in.
It's just odd.
Yeah.
Right. It's like being different for different, just for different sake. I'm all for if they want to, hey, this person just signed, this person just signed, make them their own Instagram post. You're going to get clicks, you're going to get views, you're going to get all of that stuff. But the weird press release where like these 10 people signed, and then the next day you add into it, next day you add to it. Like if you want to make it for clicks, give them each their own story. Like that would make a whole lot more sense.
Treadnight, you're missing the point. I don't like the Instagram posts are fine. I don't care when they signed. Don't care. And I don't care about the campaign they put out. That's fine. Makes sense. I was like, hey, cool. This happened for these people. When you do a press release to the media that these 10 have signed, you then assume there is some definitiveness to this press release.
Yeah.
And it's not definitive. It was just a partway point. We don't even know what point in the partway we're at. And we don't know who's left and who has declined or any of that stuff. It's just, it leaves it open for speculation. That is all.
Yeah. I think Frida's got a solid point too.
Those who are fast to sign are the athletes that have a real fight to reach the games. Yeah.
By and large. By and large.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, they are finding a way to compete. Good on them. Wish them all the luck in the world. Leave it alone. Just move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so those are pretty much things of the news today. You got anything going on tonight? Got your training?
Train's actually going really, really well. Getting my pieces in, working my way through this 2K row progression my coach is making me do, because apparently he hates me completely, wants to see me in pain. I had 500-meter repeats yesterday morning with basically a 9 RPE with a 2-minute rest in between. And I usually do that. I do that in the morning or whatever, like just straight monostructural piece. And I'll do my accessories after. And after I got done with that yesterday morning, I walked outside to recover from the recovery row that we had scheduled at the end of it. And I told Aaron, who was coaching, I said, if you hear me get hit by a truck, do not call 911. Just let me die in peace. Because I am not okay. It'll be fine. I'll be okay. But no, training's going really well. I actually feel pretty good. Feeling pretty strong. Nutrition is dialed in to what we're doing right now. Got a little local comp. Me and Blair are going to be doing the beginning of February just to have something to do, go compete. It's fun. About to sign up for the Monster Games qualifiers that start at the end of the month, because I think I'm going to try to make my way back over there, because that was a good show last year. It was fun times. Good competition. A couple of events aside, I should have been fighting for the podium. So
I saw some comments earlier ask about, did we see the media bracket that John and Claire did on Wad Prep podcast on Monday night? I didn't see it. I didn't comment on it just because. Okay, I'm going to preface it with this. I do a daily show. I know how hard it is to come up with content every day. Sometimes you're just looking for inspiration to talk about anything in the space. And having a media bracket is cool. It's a good discussion topic. It's fun to kind of walk through the whole thing. They said nice things about this channel and the people on it. But but at the end of the day, it's John's opinion as to who is the most positive influence in the space, and Claire's, and they're entitled to those opinions. And it was a good discussion topic, and it was a decent listen for that. Do I put relevance in where everybody landed on the bracket? Seating mattered. Seating mattered a lot in this one. But it was fun. I mean, I listened to the whole thing. It was good.
I need to finish it. I haven't listened to all of it yet.
So
let me address this right quick. Like, Andrew, am I ready for the cold this weekend? As ready as I can be, brother. My fireplace runs off gas and it works. So my daughter is extremely excited because it's supposed to snow again. Up to 2 inches, Scott. Huh?
wow.
Hey, last year we got a foot, dude. So like, and I tried to temper her expectations this morning a little bit because I was like, look, I know it says they're giving snow on Sunday, but that doesn't mean it's actually going to snow. So like, I need you to pump the brakes a little bit. And then
Peter Benoit, Cory, would you go back to Legends next year if there is one in December?
It's a solid maybe. The reason being is that if I'd have known there was only going to be 6 events this year, I wouldn't have wasted my time. I really would. Let me not say wasted my time, because it wasn't a waste of time. I did have fun. I did get to compete against some of the best athletes in the world in my age group. Learned a ton about myself, but it's a lot of money to travel, to stay, to eat, to do all the things for 6 events, possibly 5 if you didn't make the last heat, and I didn't make the last heat. It just didn't seem, financially, it didn't seem worth it. And so if we can, when the qualifiers come around, and if they say, or if we can, get that kind of answer out of Joe saying, hey, look, we're going to do 8 events, especially with 2 of them being straight up specialty events, like a swim and a lift. Hey, we're actually going to do 8 events this year, and maybe not cut everybody, maybe cut the field down a little bit. I understand why they invite so many people, because they, registration brings money in. I get that. But if you cut the field down a little bit where everybody competes the entire weekend, it makes a whole lot more sense to me for the people that traveling from literally all over the world. We had South Americans, we had an Australian or 2, like, it's pretty wild. But if it's just going to be, 3 days with 2 events a day again, no, probably not, which is sad because I really like going over there.
The cut made it less worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Ken Walters, my mom's place, 1 hour from the border, -44, could be coming with -30 wind chill Friday. Toughen up on your cold, Cory. Yeah.
Move out of the frozen north, Ken. I live an hour and a half from the Gulf of Mexico. Well, 3 hours from the Gulf of Mexico. Depends on which direction I go. It don't get that cold down there. That's why I don't want to live anywhere else. I don't like it. Period.
Yeah. Well, this was fun. At the end of the day, I think the most important thing from today is like, where are our priorities when we're doing wildcard invites for people to events? I think that's the main takeaway from today. And that I can't believe Kenneth DeLappin is in every chat on YouTube but doesn't have an Instagram. Those are my 2 takeaways for the day.
Those are solid. That's solid. That is definitely solid. I like it.
One quick thanks to our sponsor, Thirdsy, who help us out. Thirdsy.com/Jazzy. Get you 15% off your Thirdsy. So go check them out, or go to the Thirdsy website, use the promo code Jazzy at checkout, get 15% off that way. Either way, have fun today. Enjoy your day. We will see everybody next time on Lunch with the Clydesdale. Bye, guys.